Awesome. Thank you, Stan. It was amazing. I'm still charged up from that race. I was running because I couldn't put in the with my fingers. I think I was running myself. So it was an amazing race, and I love how everybody contribute. I know some of them may have got frustrated. They were going so fast on the keyboard, but this is how it always is to be. We did ceremony, we played, and that is the most important thing, because whenever we get together, we're to bring out that laughter. And I always like to remind people, you know, they say we're the Creator made us, and He put His breath into us. Well, He sure put a big breath of laughter in us, because we sure can have some real good belly laughs. I don't think He ever walked around serious, because He always had that, you know, motions and lip language and body language, and we all do that so perfectly. And so with all that, we are truly blessed with so much gifts. And at this time, I like to thank all the staff for, but most of all, I like to thank Grandmother Moon. She really contribute at this time, because we're in that change of that moon and getting ready for the next change. And so this 3 days after was a day of much rewards. And I want to say thank you, Grandmother, for guiding us and knowing how to be prepared. But I also like to remind people what originally, you know, what people had called Halloween was a time of honoring and celebrating the harvest of all things and how the moon came closest to the earth. We've forgotten our instructions. And I just like to thank Sodi IDHC. I had to mention both of them because that was the seed that it grew from, and how we have that opportunity for our coming faces. Don't indulge in a lot of candy. Offer those children the fruits and a gift, maybe something handmade, because you see, that was our people. We shared our heart, our goodness. And so just like the Creator has blessed us today. And so let's start making change in our Halloween, because you know what? That sugar, you know, we never got candy when we were little, you know, maybe a big celebration, but we only got maybe 2 or 3. That's what I grew up with, just 2 or 3. And I would savor it. I wouldn't eat it all in one day. I would just take a little bit. And now I go and I go to many homes, you know, and I see a big bowl of candy that's just going to go to waste. And so we have that opportunity to restore our children in that good way, to start the way it was traditionally, to offer up the food that came, because this is why we celebrated the moon, because Grandmother Moon played a lot of play in our food, in our diets, in our attitude, in our behaviors, everything. So I like us to acknowledge Grandmother like we used to do a long time ago. Thank you for her guidance. And so we say, thank you for your guidance. So at this time, we gather up our minds and we thank Itnistaha Yon Honzari, our Mother, the Earth. We thank her for giving us this love that has been here since the time of creation. We give thanks to all the female line, because, you know, that is the giver of life, and the Creator, He gave us that responsibility. And so I like to acknowledge all of the feminine part of life, because even in male, there is that feminine part of life, and that is that nurturing part. And so I like to acknowledge that relationship. And so we look and we see how we've been provided with many, many, many gifts of love, the love to build resilient, the love to restore us. And so I want to acknowledge all those helpers. They have many names. They have many, as they say, many families. And so we give thanks to all those families that are out there that are contributing for our wellness and our peace. And so at this time, we think of our 2-row wampum. And in that 2-row wampum, it talks about peace, power, and righteousness. That's what it's all about. Having that peace of gratitude. The power is ability to make, as they say, things right. And the righteousness is to remember to love ourselves. I was given that by a man, just recently, he said, Grandma, I'd like you to share this. And so I did. I said I would. And that is a real nice gift. That is a very nice gift. And so I like to acknowledge all those men that are out there too, that are walking their path and that are awaking. And so we say thank you to them. We look around and we honor those that have passed on. You know, they have, as we saw here today, you know, I was just crying buckets of tears a while ago, but they were tears that I had made connection. And another one I like to thank is Merle, because she is the one that had brought me. She said, Grandma, come. And I said, okay. She gave me tobacco and I came to speak. And so I honor her at this time. And to all those other ancestors, those elders that are working in your communities, I send blessings off to them too, for all their achievement. And most of all, I want to thank each and every one of your frontliners for doing the work of that nurturing part of who you are. But remember, self-care is also important. And that's why the Creator created everything for us to take care of ourselves. It would not cost a penny, but also to make sure that we would continue in that good way. And so he gave us what we call our original instructions. And so we say thank you. We give thanks for that water that has helped us. We give thanks for the air, the freshness, the newness of that gift, the winds, and we say thank you. We give thanks to our sustenance and to those medicines that were acknowledged throughout our sessions, and we say thank you. We give thanks to all that came to share their knowledge, and we say thank you. They have been our mentors, and so we looked and we saw that our mentors came to help us and to guide us into another journey of life. We look around and we see all this manifestation of what the Creator and the ancestors have put down before us, and we say thank you. With the help of our grandmother Moon, with the help of our eldest brother, the sun, with the help of our grandfathers, the thunder beings, we will gain our power back, and we say thank you. And we like to thank all their helpers that have guided them to and supported them. And now we think of those guardians, those angels that are always with us. We thank them for walking beside us, to hold us up when we were heavy with grief, and to help us to continue the journey that we had to do because the love we have for our people. And so at this time, we gather up our words and we thank the one that has made this day possible, and that has created all these resources for us to be able to share with one another. And so we give thanks. And at this time, I have done the best that I have come to share those gifts that what was given to us by those that have passed on. And so if there is anything that I have missed, I have done the best in my ability to greet and give gratitude to all those. And so we say, oho, now miigwech. And so I cut your cord so that it is now we can be, as they say, return back to our original homes, as we say, and our roles. And I say, I send blessings off to each and every one of you. I send blessings of clarity so that there is understanding and so that there is truth. And so may you walk with wellness and well-being. And so I say, with all this that I have in my spirit, my soul, my heart, all those, I send it back to each and every one of you so that you can carry on. And as they say, we have brushed you off from your journey, and we have now prepared you for tomorrow's journey. Until then, we say, oho. Guadalupe.